you're the driver, you're in the driver's seat for your career, um, what are some good practices to adopt to ensure you have that strong fulfillment, the advancements you're looking for? What are some good practices to take to make sure you're fully leveraging the company, the your relationship with your manager to maximize your success? How do you go about doing that?
So I'm a big believer in setting career goals, and you should evolve them every year. And you should have conversations, very open, frank conversations with your manager about what your goals are.
Okay.
I think some people are concerned about doing that because if their manager doesn't see those goals being fulfilled within that particular role or within that particular company, people feel like that puts them on the list of potential chopping block folks. But again, you have to take agency over your own career, and we're not all meant to stay at a company for 40 years. It's not good for in some cases it may not be right for the company, and in some cases it may not be right for you. But taking responsibility and then setting those career goals, defining what success looks like for you, and having specific measurable goals that help you keep focus is important. And then I am a big believer in being a lifelong learner. You have to constantly be growing and expanding your toolkit, your tool set, and making sure that you are learning new things so that you can stay competitive and you can remain engaged, because again, you don't want to just get stuck in a rut. And the one
Yeah.
of the easiest ways to not do that is to continue to be growing and developing yourself. So invest in yourself. Other people think, oh, well, the company will invest in me. May or may not.
Okay.
That could be completely separate and maybe a company thing. But I think if companies see you investing in yourself, they're definitely supportive of it. And actually, in some cases, may be more likely to support you in allowing you to do some professional development. You can take courses, workshops, conferences,
Yeah.
you get a mentor, all of these things. But I think you should all constantly be investing in your own growth through learning opportunities. I can't say that enough.
Okay. So I heard you said goals, right? But I'm gonna take that another notch up and say clarity.
Clarity.
Because the goals come when you're clear about what you want, right?
Yep.
Where are you going? And some people get stuck there because
Yep.
they really don't know a lot about what they want. Some people end up in a profession almost by accident,
Yeah.
uh, often not aligned with what they majored in. They ended up in some role and started making money and really never thought about how to pivot out of it. And 20 to 30 years later, they're like, how can I get out of this? I don't like this anymore. I don't even know how I got here. And now they want to try to figure out where they really fit, right?
Yeah.
So getting that clarity is important because a lot of people don't have it and have no idea of how to get it. And that's why it's important to have somebody, a coach, a mentor to kind of help guide you through that, who has the knowledge about how you can figure that out and work your way through that, right?
Yeah.
But goals, you need goals, but to have goals, you need clarity, right? What do you want? What are you aiming for? What's your purpose? Those kind of things. Then you set communication. Make sure you keeping the lines of communication open with your
Yep.
manager about what you want, what you're aiming for. Understand also, you need to understand the business in that
Yes.
conversation too, Alicia, because what you're aspiring to do might not have a place in that business or that company.
Exactly.
It might not be a company. It might not have a place in the industry almost. Like you have to think about the purpose and the things that you want to achieve. How does it align with where you are? And
Right.
do you need to pivot and how you go about making a transition if you need to? But that starts with having a conversation about it and being willing to have that talk with your leader. And we'll come back to that in just a second. And then you said learning and development, making sure you're constantly growing. World is
Hmm.
constantly changing. Skill sets become obsolete in a heartbeat.
Yep.
We know AI is on the horizon. AI is here. It's not on the horizon.
Yes, it's
We know
here.
we know AI is here and it's not going anywhere. That's another thing on people's mind. Make sure you keep growing, keep evolving, and staying agile as far as your learning and development. So those are your top three keys, right?
Yep. That's it.